there's a lot of misunderstanding about, fighting for love and what you should have to go through in a relationship. And some people feel like, you should not have to go through all these ups and downs and be cheated on to be happy with somebody for like 10 plus years or whatever the fuck. And some people feel like it's going to be a fairy tale all the way through, no matter what. And I think that people have to accept that that looks different for everybody. I think people should let everyone be in their own individual relationships and let these things flesh out. We want to call people like Mariah dumb for staying with Doug after that foolishness, but it's like nobody even considered that, they're both entertainers. Maybe there was a part of her that wasn't even necessarily surprised that it happened. Maybe she was more hurt that it was exposed to the world and that she was embarrassed. Maybe she was more hurt about that. Maybe it could have been easier if she didn't have to deal with it in front of the world. There's also, you know what I mean? We don't know what terms they have been on this entire time over the past couple of years. Like, we don't know, what she's been doing. So I think that when it comes to especially people in the public eye, we try to make things very black and white and very much like we take from what we've seen and be like, "Oh, well, because we've seen this, you are dumb for staying." And it's just kind of like, again, even if we're right, um, it's kind of just like we don't actually know shit. We don't actually know anything about their relationship. We don't actually know anything about nothing. And everyone has everyone's limit is different. So, for some reason, Mariah hasn't hit her limit with Doug to where she feels like it is necessary for her to leave him. For some reason, Rashida has not hit her limit to feel like it's not necessarily to leave him. And she's married. So she feels like, I put in all this time, I put in all of this work. I'm going to, you know, this is a marriage, this is a commitment. So everybody's limit is different. I think people need to have discussions with their grandparents and even some of their parents, um and figure out and see even long-term relationships, like people who were together 20 plus years. Like there's people that have a very long history together and they broke up a few times. Somebody cheated. They done they was fighting and arguing or whatever. Like everybody's journey is not all perfect. And all do we want all of our journeys to be perfect? Yes. Nobody wants to go through bullshit, when they're experiencing someone. But the reality is you're going to have some ups and downs. And I'm not saying that, oh, that'll include cheating and you have to accept it. That's up to you. That's literally up to you. Like everyone has a different definition of cheating. So I don't like that. So I think for me, someone who is a real deal lover girl, I am understanding of the fact that my journey with whoever I end up with is not going to be easy. Now, I believe a certain part of it should be easy. Um but I believe generally speaking, yes, there's going to be conflict in some sort of way. Regardless, no matter how nice they are, how kind they are, how great they treat you, like there's gonna be something. Um, and I'm okay with that. And for me, I feel like I know my limit, right? I feel like I know my limit. I feel like I know what I would and wouldn't tolerate. I feel like I'm still very young and I have a lot to learn and do. So I can't say that I'm 100% on that. But people settle um and go back to people after they did some shit that they said that they wouldn't be able to handle all the time. I'll do that all the time. Y'all literally do that all the time. And I think I think that people should just I honestly really think that we shouldn't normalize speaking on other people's relationships. I understand why it's done with people who are in the public eye. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Um I try not to do it, but especially within our personal lives, I do feel like there should be a very very uh personal and private aspect to your relationship and not telling people your business. I don't think you should be telling your friends every time y'all fight. I don't think y'all should be telling y'all mama and y'all brothers and y'all sisters every time y'all get into it, because as soon as you take them back, as soon as y'all back on good terms, all they thinking about is when y'all was on bad terms. And now you feel like you gotta sit up here and try to explain shit to people. And the reality is nobody, I don't give a fuck how much experience they have on this earth or in relationships, period. Nobody knows the person that you're with other than you. Nobody knows the person that you're with better than you, period. Nobody knows your relationship with another person other than you and them. So, no matter, I just I just feel like everyone needs to like focus on their own individual relationships and not be too judgy of everyone else. I don't think there is not one universal way to go about a relationship or to deal with cheating or to deal with someone who's lied to you. There's just not. Everybody is going to have a different route, and I feel like that's okay. So I'm not walking around calling people dumb for whatever they go through in their relationships. Because I understand that relationships, especially the longer that they get, are hard as fuck. And even if I side eye you, or even if I feel like, you know what, you know, if I feel validated in how I feel, like that you're dumb, quote unquote, that you shouldn't be in that situation, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you're not getting physically harmed, then it's none of my business, I feel like.